Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. It's my birthday today. Yeah, I'm 50. Can you believe it? Got to get my $16 a year ready for my AARP card. Get discounts, you know. But anyway, I usually don't like celebrating my birthday. Ever since I turned 25. When I turned 25, I got, depressed that, man, I'm a quarter century old and I've got like maybe 50 years left, 25 years later, I'm 50 now. Now I've got 25 years left. You figure the average expectancy is like 75 or something. And, with my lifestyle, the way I've been in the past, I don't know, 75 would be pretty good for me, maybe 80. I mean, that'd be pushing it, but, so it's depressing. So I haven't celebrated my birthday for about 25 years, and I'm not going to start today, so my family knows the way I am. I just, no cake, no celebration, just hang out and wait for the day to go about, to end, and then tomorrow's a whole new day, and I don't have to think about my birthday. But anyway, enough about that. So it's a rainy day here in Long Island on October 27th, 2018, and we have our first nor'easter, but it's not like a nor'easter in the common, sense of the word. It's just a lot of wind and heavy rain. It's been going on for about the whole night. But to get my mind off my birthday, I saw a power washer for free on Let Go. It's in East Islip, so now I'm gonna just go and pick it up for free. I could use the gun and the hose, and maybe the engine's good, maybe the pump's good. I don't know, but either way, it's free, and just want this day to be over. To be honest with you, I know, bah humbug, right? But it's just how I am. I just don't like celebrating my birthday. Oklahoma game's on later with Kansas State, so I'll look forward to watching that. And show you guys what the power washer looks like when I'm there. So I'm back now. This is it. Briggs and Stratton Intek. 6 horsepower overhead valve. One of them auto choke stuff. Guy says it sat in his garage for 10 years, but when you look at it, it's got like nuts and stuff there. And you guys know what that means when there's nuts and stuff in there, right? Also from this rust on the outside. Doesn't look like he kept it inside. Looks like he kept it outside in the elements. I highly doubt this thing will work, to be honest with you. But I needed a hose and the gun for one of my other ones, So it's definitely worth it for me to go get that, I definitely need the gun. And he says it works. It just needs a carb clean. I'm like, yeah, right. But you never know, But I couldn't pass it up. Gotta get it. You just never know. I mean, I could use the engine, use stuff that's there, Tires are off the bead. But mainly the hose and the gun is what I needed. And if this engine runs and the pump works, that's an extra bonus. So that's my birthday present, I guess. So because the tire is off the bead, what you have to do is you have to compress the tire so that both sides of the tire are touching the rim. And once both sides of the tire are touching a rim, you can fill it up with compressed air, which I just did right here. It wasn't very hard. I just took an old drive belt from a lawnmower, put a screwdriver through it, right? Tightened it up so that it compresses the tire so that the sides go outwards and touch the rim. You got to kind of play with it a little bit, push in here, push in there. As you're sticking the air inside, you see where the air is leaking out. And if it's leaking out over here, you just push with your hands there to make sure it's touching. Once you got that, it makes that bead, and this tire's all pumped up. It's good to go. This one was easy. It's already pumped up. This tire looks new, actually. Has all these little prickly things on it. Nice. Sorry. Just doing this on the fly, you know? 5 minutes. Both tires fixed. Just took the air cleaner cover off. Good condition. Earl. Lots of Earl leaked out. I checked the oil just now. That's for Chris's small engines. He was always concerned that I didn't check the oil. I checked the oil. It's not bad. Not good. It's not bad. Yeah, so I doubt this will work. Look at that. I've never seen one like that. Choke is here. Kind of cool. I'll put some carb cleaner in there and give it a pull just to see. Even with all that Earl in there. Put the choke. Yeah, I didn't expect it was going to start. It has compression though. Yep, I bet you that carb needs cleaning. Let's see if I tear it off. 2 5/16 bolts on the top to get that top cover off of here. Same goes for there. 2 5/16 just to get the panel off. Oh, missing one right there. Looks like a 5/16 also. Why is this so difficult? It's really on there. I'm gonna have to use another thing. That one bolt took some doing. Two 3/8 bolts. There it is. Take off that fuel line. And there it is. Here's the carburetor. Take that bowl nut off and see what's inside. What a huge surprise. That bowl nut is clear. The bowl is relatively clean. That's crispy clean too. The good gasket. Really strange. Unless it's not getting any spark, that's why it didn't start. Really didn't need cleaning, so I put it all back, shot some carb fluid in there, got it on the choke. You know what? I don't think it's getting any spark. That's why. You know why it's probably not getting any spark? Because the evidence points to a rat's nest in there. So if there's a rat's nest in there, there's rats, or there was rats. And the rats like to bite on, that's right, wires. How much you want to bet that the magneto's messed up from the wire, which is not giving any spark. But I'm just going to make sure by cleaning this out a little bit and getting that spark plug out. Remove the spark plug. It's in good shape. You know, when I was pulling it, I could feel spark in my hand, but I didn't see any spark coming out of there. I felt like a slight shock by holding it, you know? So I bet you the spark plug is bad. I just put another spark plug. Check it out. There you go. Sparkola. So it still wouldn't start. So I took the valve cover off. Top dead center. Seems okay. It's about 6 1/1000ths, 4 1/1000ths. I mean, you know, normally it would, if it was out of whack, it'd be like super loose, you know. These seems under spec, you know. It's not the problem. So it's got spark. I just I loosened the fuel nut just to see if fuel was getting into the bowl. I just put gas in the tank, and sure enough, there was fuel coming out. So I tightened the bolt again. So it's getting fuel. It has spark. Apparently it has compression. I could feel it. But when I tried pull starting it a few times, it was like a little pop, you know. So you guys know what that is, right? That's it might be because the timing is off, you know. That's unusual for a power washer, you know, because it doesn't have any blades to screw up the crankshaft, you know. It unless the pump froze, right, seized, and then caused the pin to shear. We won't know until we tear that top part off, which I'm not doing right now. So this will have to wait until later. So I woke up today, gave it a couple of pulls, started right up. Seems to run pretty good. I have yet to know whether or not the power washer itself works because I've already winterized my pipes, so I don't have an outlet for water that goes outside until I open up my sprinkler system again next year. But I've got 2 power washers with the engine running, and unknown whether or not the pump works. So either way, I'll probably use this engine for like a lawnmower or something like that after I figure out if the pump does work or doesn't work, you know. But I initially just got this because I needed the gun and the hose. But so I just cleaned the carb, and it didn't start, you know, and I checked the valves and spark and all that other stuff, and just wouldn't start, you know. But I think what happened was I flooded it yesterday when I was trying to start it, and overnight get stuff dried out a little bit, and I just gave it a couple of pulls, and it started up just fine. Seems to run pretty well too. I'm going to add some Earl in there and store it for next year, along with my other power washers. But I was about to take off the entire cowling this morning and fix the check the shear, the keyway. I thought maybe the keyway was sheared. That's why it didn't start, you know. But it starts just fine. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me give it another try. Works just fine. Don't want to overrun it because you're not supposed to run it without water connected to it. You know what I'm saying? But I've never really had any problems like that. But gotta be prudent. Anyway, so this was free. Picked it up, cleaned the carb. Now the engine runs, and we'll see next year if this thing works as a power washer or this engine goes on a lawnmower deck. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.